Now we're going to answer Jason's question in strategy number 6. We're going to be conscious of our unconscious. Got to be conscious of the unconscious. So on page number 12, we've got some prime directives, some ways that your unconscious mind works. First of all, number 8, your unconscious mind preserves your body. So guess what happens if you've got a fear of failure? You preserve yourself and you avoid everything that you could possibly fail on. If you have a fear of success, guess what happens? You start to avoid every opportunity because it seeks to preserve your body. If you fail, it's like a death. Who wants to die? L. Ron Hubbard, the creator of Scientology and Dianetics, he says that there's one and only one common thing with every living organism on this planet. Do you know what it is? Survival. Everything is designed to survive. But we've got a conscious mind and we can choose our type of survival. So if we do something that threatens our survival, the fear of failure, we will preserve ourselves and we'll step back, we'll retract, because it's a perceived death and we want to avoid death. So it preserves the body. It produces the fight or flight response. Now, when you get the fight response, it produces anger. But if you produce the flight response, you get fear. So it preserves the body. Number 9, your unconscious mind is the domain of the emotions. You're 100% emotional. People decide emotionally and justify logically. So you've got to engage them. We did an exercise at Kevin's business the other day, and it was about reducing labour costs. And one gentleman we asked, reducing labour costs for what purpose? He said for the business. Whilst he says it's for the business, he's totally detached from the business, isn't he? That's for something else. It's not me. But eventually, we got him to make it about himself. And what did he tell us? He said, if we get to reduce the labour costs, I can go to heaven. Interesting, isn't it? So when the money was all about the business, it meant nothing to him. But when he realised that it could get him to heaven, because based on his beliefs, he was happy to contribute. So it's the domain of the emotions. If we're not emotionally connected to something, we will never do anything about it. If you have an emotional connection to money, you'll do something about it, about your fitness, about relationships. Number 11. Number 18. It is symbolic. It uses and responds to symbols. The unconscious mind presents pictures up to your mind all of the time. And these symbols are called internal representations. And we produce behaviours externally based on the pictures we hold about ourselves internally. Does that make sense? We live in an inside-out world. What happens on the inside world of thoughts happens in the outside world of actions. So we start with our thoughts. Our thoughts influence 95% of our feelings. Our feelings determine our actions, and our actions determine our outcomes. And the actions come from an unconscious level. With goal setting, we set the goals consciously, but it's the unconscious mind that chases them. So we set our goals consciously, but we chase them unconsciously. Number 19, it takes everything personally. What you say about somebody else is immediately applied to you. So if you walk around every day saying, wow, Matt's great, Lyndall's fantastic, Daniel's amazing, your unconscious mind is constantly saying, oh, you're talking about me, you're talking about me. But when you go around and you bitch and complain and moan about other people and all their problems, what happens is you take this on for yourself. So you point one finger and how many come back? 3. So never say anything about somebody else that you don't want to be true about you. If somebody has a big lofty goal, what do people tend to do? Oh mate, you can never do that. But what they say is that they could never do that. It's not about them. In 21, it does not process negatives directly. So if you're saying to somebody, look, mate, I know that you want to do this program. I don't want you to worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry, nothing's going to go wrong. Don't freak out, man. What do you think's happening inside of the head?
Freak out.
It's freaking out. I'm worried about money because you've put something into their mind that shouldn't be there. So you say it how you want it. Relax, I'll take care of everything. Good to go? Let's do it. So never use don't. Don't do that. Say it how you want it. So this is how the unconscious mind works. Did that make it clear?